Okay, this one's for what's his name, the Modern Mystic, and I like your videos. Very very informative, and your funny as all get out too. So I have to say that. But your latest one that I just watched, at least, what is a money note, and how what really got what really got me into thinking a little bit deeper onto it was it was explained to me like this. Another YouTube video, but I could never find it again. But it was it's explained in terms of, like, say, very, ancient times, maybe classical Renaissance or whatever, that there was men going into business, and his business was goldsmithing. He made jewelry and things of that nature. And there's only one thief in the world. Everyone else is just trying to get their stuff back, right? But to keep the thieves away from his product and his raw material, he built a vault, and he kept his material in there when he'd go out to the pub, or he'd go to a wedding or something. Whenever he wasn't there in his shop, to keep the thieves away from his material. And he had as his business expanded, he got bigger and bigger vault, and so he got to a point where it was like, I just can't keep building these vaults every time I need them. Just go ahead and build a big one, and eventually it'll fill up, or it won't, whatever. But other merchants in town and wealthy people, they weren't kings and stuff, that had a castle and armed guards and whatnot. They approached him with, say, hey, I've got, and this isn't gold, but they approached him with their coins and said, can I deposit this here in your safe place, and you write me a note saying, I have X amount of gold in your vault, and charge me a modest fee. We'll agree upon a fee for me to keep my stuff in your vault safe, because I don't have a means to build a huge vault like you have. But you're trustworthy, you've been here decades now, and everyone in town knows you, and you're pretty respected. So merchants would deposit their gold or their silver with him, and they had their little cubby hole. They put it there, and they'd come check on it anytime they wanted. And after years of checking on it, once a month or something like that, hey, it's always there. I don't really need to worry about it anymore. And they just come in and they pay the little 1% fee a year or something like that, just to house their gold in a safe place. And their deposit slip was that note, that deposit note. And eventually, this is just a story, I don't know if it's actual, but eventually people started trading those notes to the carrot dealer. Like, I have my money with the goldsmith, and here's his note, here's his signature, it's valid. Oh, the goldsmith? Yeah. Well, fine, yeah. Here's your carrots. And they take the carrots and whatnot, and they keep a little dual entry system themselves, because they have, like, a couple different deposit slips for their different cup holes. And people in that town would circulate those deposit notes. And eventually the goldsmith realized that he could just write notes of a fictitious person that deposited gold that didn't exist, and he could pass those off through his intermediaries and compound his wealth, his buying power. And he expanded that note supply so much that the merchants that originally deposited their gold with him said, "Man, there's a lot of notes floating around here. What's going on? Let's all go together and see if our stuff is there." They all went together, and they saw that the stuff was there, and they're like, I guess this is all right. And so that, you know, how the story can snowball from there. And you mentioned that guy Byron Dale. That's good stuff right there. It's very, very good stuff. Debt money versus what is it? The 3 phases. How do you create money? Which was spend it in with some kind of public work project. Spend it in to the system. You know, pay the construction company, and then they pay their employees and the food vendors and stuff. Or you can lend it out, money attached to it, which as soon as you get it, it's laden with debt. It's almost toxic. And of course, the third was just giving it away, and you know, that's not a good go there. But man, I really enjoy your videos. They're pretty enlightening, especially the carry trade one you did. That was awesome. Another guy who was talking about the carry trade is kind of like, you know, one of those business type people. I think his name is Wes something or other, but I'll probably put that over in the more information box if you want to check that out. But a couple books. Of course, I just got these today. You know, in the Fed, of course. Yeah. But Henry Hazlitt. I've already read this, but it was online, and I read online. It's very good. Economics in One Lesson by Henry Hazlitt. He's was, because he's not with us, an Austrian economist. But this one, and I can't wait to sink my teeth into this one. Secrets of the Temple by William Grenadier. I don't know. But Secrets of the Temple. I even heard, and I'm not a fan of hers at all, Nancy Pelosi said that this was required reading in her day. So, interested to see how that works out. And of course, the other Austrians, von Mises was the original, I reckon, and F.A. Hayek, and I don't want to dig it out there. The Road to Serfdom, very, very good. But that guy the video I'm going to post over here, Westport, he described money as basically just a grease to help your the day-to-day transactions move smoothly, versus you want carrots, and the carrot vendor really wants wheelbarrows. He needs new wheelbarrows to pull his carrots out of the field and bring them to market, or maybe he needs a horse. Let's just say a horse. He needs a new horse to bring his carrots to market, and but you don't have a horse, and he really needs one, so he's not going to give up his carrots until he gets a horse. And you don't have a horse. You've got potatoes, or you got iron. You know, he doesn't need iron. He needs a horse. So how do you work this, right? How do you work this? Because he doesn't want iron, but you want carrots. He wants a horse, but none of you two know anyone that has a horse and is willing, or anyone that does have a horse doesn't want iron or carrots. They want sugar, or they want 10. And so with the intermediary exchange, the money, the monetization of any individual product, whether it be a shell, paper, silver, or gold, what money is, the way this guy explains it, was it's just basically a grease to break the deadlock between people who don't want to barter their two different items. So it just breaks that deadlock, and it just greases the transaction to make it more fluid, hydrostatic, whatever $5 word you want to throw on that. But anyways, man, yeah, you got some good stuff, and I'll probably go back through your older material. Anyways, man, have a good day, man. Later on.